The Spanish royal family could fall because of this man, Iñaki Urdangarin. Madrid, a name that once resounded in the halo of sports and then became a symbol of scandal, Iñaki Urdangarin. The man who was once the pride of Spanish handball, the husband of Infanta Cristina, daughter of former King Juan Carlos, now appears in stories that shake the Spanish throne. Many observers believe that he himself could be the cause of the collapse of the royal family. From legendary athlete to golden son-in-law, Urdangarin was once a shining face of Spanish sports. Tall, handsome, successful, he conquered not only the audience but also the heart of a princess. His wedding to Infanta Cristina in 1997 was called by the media a combination of sport and royalty, between popular power and regal majesty. In the eyes of the public, this is a promising, golden couple. The long slide of the handball prince. But then, from pride, Urdangarin fell into an unprecedented scandal. The Caso News corruption case shook Spain. Urdangarin was accused of using public funds for personal purposes, hiding profits and taking advantage of his royal position for personal gain. His prison sentence not only tarnished the honor of an individual but also dragged the image of the entire royal family down to the abyss. The cracks in the dynasty. The Spanish people, already skeptical after the scandals involving former King Juan Carlos, lost even more faith. The image of a model family, of Felipe VI, Letizia and two young princesses was not enough to obscure the stains of the past. And the name Iñaki Urdangarin always returned as a bitter reminder that the royal family can also succumb to greed. Why could he bring down the royal family? According to experts, Urdangarin's existence in the public memory as a symbol of corruption means that the royal family's reputation will never fully recover. Every new scandal, every rumor about Juan Carlos or every discord within the royal family unintentionally reminds us of this scandalous son-in-law. He is proof that being attached to the royal family does not exempt us from sin. He is a symbol of a curse. Anyone who enters the Bourbon family can bring down the entire dynasty. And most importantly, he is a wound that has never healed in the memory of the Spanish people. Questions for the future. Today, despite his separation from Infanta Cristina, Urdangarin still casts a shadow over the throne. Every time the press mentions his name, the painful past is revived. If the royal family's popularity continues to decline, many analysts do not rule out the possibility that Spain will witness a deep dynastic crisis, in which the name Iñaki Urdangarin will always be mentioned as the initiator. Iñaki Urdangarin, the man who casts a shadow on the throne. Madrid. If you ask the Spanish public what caused them to turn their backs on the royal family, many will not hesitate to mention the name Iñaki Urdangarin. Not a fallen king, not a controversial queen, but the former, golden son-in-law, who was once praised, then became a symbol of betrayal. Silent betrayal. In the eyes of Infanta Cristina, Urdangarin was once the perfect man, successful in his career, pure in image and strong enough to stand next to a princess. But behind closed doors, many rumors said that he took advantage of his wife's position to pave the way for shady business deals. There were even insiders whispering that Cristina turned a blind eye for love, until the scandal exploded and could not be hidden. Truth or just rumors? The public doesn't care. In this story, what matters is not the legal evidence, but the sense of betrayal that the people feel towards the royal family. The threat to Felipe VI. King Felipe VI has spent years building an image of a clean, approachable and modern royal family. But all those efforts seem to be overshadowed by the name of Urdangarin. Every time the press delves into the past, every time an old photo of the sinful son-in-law appears, the public is reminded that the royal family is not immune to corruption. Some commentators even warn that if the royal family is still associated with the memory of Urdangarin, the throne could be shaken to its very foundations. In a context where trust in the institution of monarchy in Europe is decreasing, just a strong wave of protests could completely collapse the Spanish monarchy. The most dangerous man to the royal family. The irony is that Urdangarin does not need to speak, does not need to appear in public, does not even need to be near the royal family. His mere existence in the collective memory is dangerous enough. The tabloids are writing tirelessly about his life behind bars, his new extramarital affair, and the rumors that he still holds many royal secrets that he has never revealed. Some newspapers even speculate that if Urdangarin decides to speak out, the consequences will not stop at defaming his honor, but could shake the foundations of the Bourbon dynasty. The future is uncertain. The Spanish royal family is currently walking on a thin line. On one side is the effort to reform, modernize and regain trust. On the other is the shadow of the past, with the name Urdangarin haunting like a curse. People whisper a question: can the royal family escape the ghost of its own son-in-law? Otherwise, it is likely that history will record that the downfall of the Spanish royal family began with one man, Iñaki Urdangarin. The Unrevealed Secret, Iñaki Urdangarin and the Time Bomb. Madrid, in recent years, despite his separation from Infanta Cristina and attempts to retreat from the media spotlight, Iñaki Urdangarin is still like a time bomb. According to many sources familiar with the matter, this man still holds documents and secrets that can completely destroy the reputation of the Spanish royal family. The Black Books? A Barcelona tabloid once wrote, during the period of running the News Foundation, Urdangarin meticulously recorded all meetings, names, money coming in and out, and even the most influential figures. Many experts suspect that those books are not only related to him but also imply the involvement of other members of the royal family. If one day the books are released to the light, the consequences will be unpredictable. Urdangarin's trump card. What worries many is not his past crimes, but Urdangarin's bargaining power. Some investigative journalists believe that he has repeatedly used his secrets to gain silence from the press, leniency from the courts, or minor privileges in prison. If this hypothesis is correct, it means that Urdangarin still holds a trump card in his hands, something that can shake the throne at any time. Cristina and the family burden. The person who suffers the most in this story is probably Infanta Cristina. Once caught between love and family duty, she chose to stay with her husband during the difficult years, only to eventually fall into a state of separation. But even though the love has faded, the shadow of Urdangarin still ties her to a scandalous past. It is whispered that Felipe VI himself once asked his sister to completely cut off ties, but she refused because she did not want to burn bridges with a man who might still hold dangerous secrets. A nightmare for Felipe VI. For the current king, the name Urdangarin is a constant nightmare. Whenever the government or the public questions transparency, the press turns to remind him, what about Urdangarin? One analyst even said, if he appears on a major television channel and releases a few documents, the Bourbon dynasty will face the biggest crisis in its modern history. What will happen to the dynasty? Today, Urdangarin lives a quiet life, but no one is sure what will happen tomorrow. He may disappear from history, but he may also become the man who brought down the Spanish throne with a single word. And that is why many believe, the future of the Spanish royal family still depends on one name, Iñaki Urdangarin.